Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Soaking Night. Tonight we're going to talk about stress and the ERE. Remember, the information I'm presenting is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases. So what a couple years we've had, and definitely many of us have felt stress. So what actually is stress? Well, it's an emotional or physical tension. It comes from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. It also plays a part in many health concerns like heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, depression, anxiety, skin concerns, and menstrual problems. Many of us will notice some symptoms if we're under a lot of stress, like we'll be really low on energy or feel fatigued, we'll have headaches, upset stomach, including diarrhea, constipation, and nausea, somewhat of like an irritable bowel. Many of us will experience aches, pains, and tense muscles, especially in the jaw and neck, chest pain and rapid heartbeat, and problems sleeping, and some of us may gain or lose weight. Stress is a good thing, and it's actually a defense mechanism of our body. It helps protect us when we're under a physical or emotional threat or attack. And when we're under acute stress, reacting to a certain situation, it's okay and very natural and healthy for our body. But when stress continues after the certain situation has resolved itself, stress becomes chronic, and that puts our bodies at risk. So our nervous system is actually made up of sympathetic and parasympathetic, and it responds differently based on what's going on. So the sympathetic nervous system is our stress part of the nervous system. It's known as our fight or flight. That's the part of the nervous system when something's going on. It increases our breathing, our heart rate. It dilates our pupil. It slows down our digestion and elimination. And the parasympathetic part, the other part of our nervous system, is what helps maintain normal body function. And I refer to that as our rest and digest portion. So when one system's active, the other system isn't. So when we're under stress, that system's more active, and the rest and digest system is less active. And that can create an imbalance. Even though they're all always working, they work to balance themselves out. So you don't want to be too high on one end or the other. So what happens in the body when we're under stress, when we feel threatened or scared or under pressure, real or perceived, our fight or flight survival response kicks in. And this alarms our brain, and the brain activates our sympathetic nervous system, starting in the adrenal glands, producing epinephrine, which is pumped into our bloodstream, creating an increased pulse rate, blood pressure, rapid breathing. Our senses go on high alert, allowing us the ability to react very quickly. Eventually, this surge subsides, and if our body still feels threatened, the HPA axis is activated, which is the hypothalamus and the pituitary and adrenal glands, and they release hormones that tell the body to produce cortisol. When we activate this axis, it keeps the body on alert, and eventually when the real or perceived stress is over, cortisol levels are supposed to fall back to normal and our stress response lessens. But what's been going on with many of us, and related to many chronic diseases, is this stress becomes chronic. So stress is kind of a funny thing, because it doesn't matter if you're being chased by a tiger or mentally you're playing something through in your mind and perceiving something. It does the same thing to the body. So when you're under this chronic state of stress, as well as constantly repeating the stress response, it increases our risk for many diseases, including heart disease, heart attack, stroke, obesity, type 2 diabetes, headaches, problems sleeping, chest pain, muscle tension and fatigue, and stomach problems, because this chronic stress creates inflammation, and inflammation fuels disease. So when we look at stress and the impact of stress, let's share some tips on how to better manage them and promote our overall health. So one of the most important things for managing stress is maintaining a routine. When our body has a routine, that creates less stress and better sleep. So creating a routine, going to sleep, getting up, having breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is really good for the body. The other thing is you want to make sure you sleep. So if sleep isn't your thing, then you may want to do a sleep routine, and you may want to hop on the Soaky bed or the ERE. And you want to make sure that you get moving and you exercise. So exercise is a great way for the body to release excess stress. It also helps the body produce the feel-good hormones, reversing the effect of the stress. So make sure that you're walking and moving. And then practice deep breathing. You know, there's been tons of studies on deep breathing, that if you do the 4-7-8 technique, where you breathe in through your nose for the count of 4, hold for the count of 7, and exhale for the count of 8 through your mouth. That's a very relaxing breath pattern for the body, and it's going to help reduce anxiety and promote sleep. You also may want to vent or talk it out. Staying hydrated is also super important. And there's some herbs and oils that you can use, like L-theanine. You know, B vitamins and C vitamins are crucial for the nervous system and the body as a whole, and they're water soluble. So make sure you're taking maybe some B complexes with some C. You may want to look at some ashwagandha. Eating whole foods, adding more fruits and veggies to your day, and limiting stimulating foods like sugar and caffeine. And then, you know, use your Soaky products, because they're just phenomenal products. And all of the products work great for stress, whether it's the Chi Machine, the E-Power, the Ferdome, because all these products help to promote movement of the circulatory and lymph system, as well as allowing you time to breathe deep, relax to the motion of the Chi Machine, or warm up. But tonight, we really like the ERE for stress, because the ERE utilizes the power of low-frequency electrical stimulation, and that's applied to your feet or hands, offering a combination of reflexology, acupressure, and massage therapy. And when you think that our nervous system is familiar with electrical impulses because it communicates electrochemically through nerve cells, this means that the cells release a chemical, and that chemical causes an electrical impulse that's targeted and short-lived and travels from one cell to the next through the space between them, known as a synapse. And both signalings, the electrochemical, are short-lived, but that's basically how it works. There's an electrochemical response from one cell to another that runs our whole nervous system. So the ERE is electrical. And when we look at the therapies of acupuncture, massage, and reflexology, they work really well for many things, especially for helping you to cope with pain, stress, and promoting a feeling of relaxation and rejuvenation. If we look at TCM, acupuncture points and acupressure points and reflexology points, there's points throughout our body, feet, and hands that when you apply pressure to them or you stimulate them, can help your body actually relax, manage pain, and become more energized. So also, when you apply pressure to these points, as well as your large muscle groups throughout the calves with the electrical impulses from the ERE, it really helps your body overall, especially loosening tight muscle groups. And the ERE comes with various modes. So when we look at the benefits of reflexology and acupressure, it's going to help with stress and relaxation, pain management, digestion, eye strain, fatigue, digestion, sleep. Its most common benefit is promoting circulation, which helps your body relax and which reduces stress and anxiety. So low frequency electrical impulses is what actually provides the acupressure reflexology stimulation massage, which works all those fantastic benefits on the bottom of your feet. The ERE also comes with 3 sets of Electro Pads, which to me remind me of a TENS unit to help manage the stiffness and ache of large muscle groups by allowing you to use these pads to target specific areas of concern, like if you have hip pain or your thigh pain or back pain. So the pads are super easy to use, and you just place one pad above the area of soreness and the other pad below the area of soreness, and giving you the ability to control the intensity. It's going to release chemicals that cause an electrical impulses that helps your body. So when you look at the modes of the ERE and you look at the pounding, the massage, and the relaxation and the auto mode, those electrical impulses are working with different areas of the body. So when you look at the pounding mode, that's really focusing on the middle section of your body, the digestive area, your liver, your gallbladder, your kidneys, stomach, pancreas, sciatic nerve, hips, knees, this kind of area here. And the massage mode kind of works on the brain, the ears, the eyes, the mouth, the shoulders, the stress. So, if you're having headaches or trouble sleeping, you may want to focus on the massage mode. If you're having some digestive issues, you may want to focus on the pounding mode. And the relaxation mode focuses on the whole body, the whole foot. So then we're going to be promoting circulatory, respiratory, and lymphatic. So that will kind of help you based on your needs and your experience on your body of stress on what modes you may want to use. So remember to share and like this video and help someone else out with these tips and info, because the ERE is a really wonderful product. It's super easy to use and has lots of benefits. Make sure you put your distributor ID in the comments to go in for drawing of the fur pad. And this week's specials through May 1st is the Chi Machine for $455, our flash sale, and the E-Power for $600. So I hope this kind of makes sense on how, when we look at the ERE, so many people think, it's just kind of a foot or a hand problem, but it's really a whole body thing, and stress affects the whole body, and it creates symptoms of digestive issues and pain and trouble sleeping and headaches. And the ERE, utilizing its modes, can help you deal with the effects of stress on each person individually based on what it does for you. So I hope everybody's doing really well, and I'm sure Eddie will be with you in a couple weeks, and then I'll see you next month as well. So thanks.